We continue now at the top of Daf Hayamid Beis in Maseches Tainus. This is Tainus Daf 5b. The Gemara here is explaining the pasuk in Yirmiyahu, which talks about the Shtayim Ro'os, the two evils that my nation have done, that Klal Yisrael have done. And so Rav Yitzchak now explains what is these two evils referring to. It's referring to one Aveira Shkula Kashtayim, which is the equivalent of two. Umayniu Avodah Zarah. What's it a reference to? The pasuk is a reference to Avodah Zarah. Rashi over here says Shkula Kashtayim Avodah Zarah is equivalent to two. What does that mean? The Kusim v'Kadorim Kedemeforish means to say there are two nations that we're about to identify in the Gemara, as we'll explain. Shahiru Mishneim Lo Hevinu Mehem the Kusim v'Kadorim Afal Pisha Yerosam Pechuso Lo Ratzu Lahamir. In other words, the Kusim and the Kadorim, they didn't want to rebel against their idols, even though their idols were nothing. And yet my nation, meaning Klal Yisrael, they rebelled against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it was for no benefit. There was no benefit to them to do that. And now the Gemara explains, again quoting these psukim, because the pasuk says, Kishtayim Ros Asa Ami. This is the pasuk we quoted before from Yirmiyahu, the two evils that my nation have done. Osi Ozvu Mekor Mayim Chayim Lachsov Lehem Boros Nishborim. It says basically they left the source of the water of life, and instead they're digging these wells that are broken. And the Gemara continues, and the pasuk says, this is also a pasuk in Yirmiyahu, Ki Ivru Yechitiyim U'Ru'u V'Kedar Shalchu V'Zbonu Moed V'Gomer HaHemer Goy Elohim V'Hem Lo Elohim V'Ami Hemer Kavoda Below Yoel. Pasuk basically saying, do other nations rebel against their idols, and yet my nation rebelled against me, meaning against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now the Gemara explains, Tana was taught, Kusiyim Ovdim La'esh. The Kusiyim, they worship the fire. The Kadorim Ovdim Lamayim. And those from Kedar, they worship the water. And even though it's known that the water puts out the fire, they don't give up their idols. Yet my nation rebels against me, and it's for no benefit. And the Gemara continues, V'yamar le Rav Nachman le Rav Yitzchak, and Rav Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, Ma'idich Siv, what does the pasuk mean when it says, Vahi kasher zokin Shmuel? It says when Shmuel HaNavi became old. Umi Siv Shmuel Kuli Hai, did Shmuel ever become very old? V'habar Nun Beis Hav, he died when he was only 52 years old. D'yomar Mar, because the master said, Meis Benun Beis Shana, somebody who dies when they're 52 years old, Zeh Misaso Shel Shmuel HaRamasi, that's the same age as the death of Shmuel HaRamasi. So what exactly does the pasuk mean when it says that Shmuel was old? So the Gemara says, Amar Lei Setim Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan, so says Rabbi Yochanan, Kafza Olav, his old age, it jumped upon him, meaning he aged prematurely, even though he was a young man, he was really as if he was much older. T'chsiv, like the pasuk says, Nichamti Kim Lachti Es Shaul. It says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu regretted, so to speak, that he made Shaul the king. So Amar Lefan of Ribbono Shel Olam, so Shmuel said to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, master of the world, Shakaltani ke Moshe v'Aaron, you said that I'm equal to Moshe and Aaron. T'chsiv, like the pasuk says, Moshe v'Aaron b'Chohanav, u'Shmuel b'Korei Shemo, puts Shmuel in the same pasuk as Moshe and Aaron. So Shmuel says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm the equivalent in some way to Moshe and Aaron. Now, Ma Moshe v'Aaron lo bitlu maaseh yedeim b'chayeyim. When it came to Moshe and Aaron, we don't see that what they did, the product of their work, it wasn't batel, it wasn't nullified in their time. Rashi over here says, Maaseh yedeim Yehoshua, meaning when it came to Yehoshua. In other words, Yoshua took over. They were able to see that. Afhu haya talmido shel Aaron. He was Yoshua was only a student of Moshe. He was a student of Aaron as well. Kedamrin and Be'eriv and Yatsa Moshe v'Shanel and Aaron Pirko. Right after Moshe left, so then Aaron taught the parak over. So the idea is, in other words, that they saw they appointed or they taught Yoshua, so to speak, and that wasn't nullified in their lifetime. So Afanilo Yisbatel Masa Yade B'chai. So to me, I anointed Shaul to be the king. I don't want to see Shaul's demise. I shouldn't see the person, the individual who I prepared for greatness, that I should see his demise is not appropriate. So Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Hechi Avid, what should I do to solve this problem? Lemos Shaul, if I'm going to allow Shaul to die before Shmuel, Lo Kashavik Shmuel, Shmuel doesn't allow it. Shmuel doesn't want to see Shaul's demise. Lemos Shmuel, so let's have Shmuel die. So Adazutter Mirani Basrei, if he dies when he's so young, so people are going to say he died because of some Aveira, which isn't true. So lo lemos Shaul v'lo lemos Shmuel. So now the other option is let nobody die. Shaul won't die, Shmuel won't die. But kvar higia malchus David, but the time for David HaMelech has come to be king. Vein malchus nogas bechaverta, one kingship cannot encroach on another one. Afilu kimlo nima, even by a hair. In other words, when it's time for David HaMelech to be king, it's time for Shaul to go. And so the Gemara says, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Akfitz olav zikna. I'm going to have old age, it will jump upon Shmuel, he'll become old. So he'll die even though he's a young man in terms of years, but he'll be an old man. Hainu dechsiv, and the Gemara says that's what it means when it says in the pasuk, V'Shaul Yoshev beGiva tachas ha'eshel b'Ramah. It says Shaul was sitting in Giva under the Eshel in Ramah. So the Gemara says, V'chimayin Giva etzel Ramah. What is Giva and Ramah? What are they doing in the same pasuk? Rashi explains that the Giva is talking about Givas Binyamin. It's in the territory of Binyamin, and the Ramah is in Har Ephraim. It's two different places. Rather, what the pasuk means to say is to tell you as follows: Migaram l'Shaul sheyeshiv begiva shtei shanim umechsa. What allowed Shaul that he was able to be the king for these 2.5 years? Tfilaso shel Shmuel haramasi. It was the prayer of Shmuel haramasi. Rashi over here explains sheyashav beis shanim umechsa can mefarish b'seder olam. It's talking here like it says in Seder Olam, Shemalach mechses shnas ashtei esrei u'shnei mesrei u'shlosha aser. He was the king for half of the 11th year, and the 12th year, and the 13th year. U'Shmuel meis besoch shnas shlosh esrei. And Shmuel died within the in the middle of the 13th year, l'sov shmona chadashim, after 8 months. In other words, Shmuel died, and he was able to see Shaul being the king. And what caused that to happen? Again, tfilaso shel Shmuel haramasi. Was the tefillah. It was the prayer of Shmuel haramasi. And the Gemara says, but 1 second, is it possible that you're going to kill someone because of someone else? In other words, it's coming out over here that Shmuel is dying not because of any Aveira that he did, but simply because of the circumstances that David HaMelech has to become the king. Does that happen? Gemara says, yes, that can happen. The Amar of Shmuel bar Nachmani, Amar of Yonasan, because Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani said, in the name of Rabbi Yonasan, Ma'idechsiv, what does the pasuk mean when it says, Al Kain Chatzavti b'Neviim haragtim be'imrei fi? It says that the Neviim, they're killed by the word of my mouth. B'ma'aseyim lo nemar, it doesn't say they're killed because of their deeds. El be'imrei fi, it just says it's because of the word of my mouth. Rashi over here says, B'ma'aseyim lo nemar demashma bavor chet. B'ma'aseyim would imply that they die because of a sin. Ella b'imrei fi, but it doesn't say that. It says imrei fi, meaning imnei davar shagazarti. Imrei fi means because I made a decree. Could go in Haim Ma'aseh to Shmuel, like something could happen, like this episode with Shmuel. It's possible that something like this can happen. Alma, you see from this pasuk, midchi gavra, mekame gavra, that one person can be pushed off because of another person, and it might be unrelated to any avera. And the Gemara continues another episode between Rav Nachman and Rav Yitzchak. Rav Nachman and Rav Yitzchak havayasi besudasa. Rav Nachman and Rav Yitzchak, they were sitting in a meal. Amar le Rav Nachman and Rav Yitzchak. So Rav Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, Leima mar milsa, let the master say something. Amar le, so Rav Yitzchak said back to Rav Nachman, Hachi Amar Rav Yochanan, the following is what Rav Yochanan said, Ein masichim besu, that we shouldn't have conversations in the middle of a meal. Shamiyaktim kana leveshet, we're afraid maybe the food is going to go down the windpipe, going to cause a person to choke, and therefore it's dangerous to speak right now. V'yavali de sakana, it's going to come to a dangerous situation. So Basar decided, so then after the meal, Amar le, then he told him this follows. Hachi Amar Rav Yochanan, so says Rav Yochanan, Yaakov Avinu lo meis. Yaakov Avinu never died. So Amar le, so Rav Nachman said back to Rav Yitzchak, V'chi bechdi saftu safdanaya, v'chantu chantaya, v'kavru kevraya. Did they give a eulogy for nothing? Did they embalm him for nothing? Did they bury him for nothing? What does that mean, that he never died? The pasuk talks about the fact that they buried. The pasuk talks about the fact that he died. So Amar le, so he said to him, Mikrani Dorish, I'm darshaning a pasuk over here. Shenemar, because the pasuk says, V'atal tira avdi Yaakov num Hashem, V'altechas Yisrael. It says, don't be afraid, Yaakov, don't be afraid, Yisrael. Ki hineni moshiacha me'rochok, ve'zaracha meretz shivyam. I'm going to save you, and I'm going to save your children. So we make a comparison over here. Makish hu lazaro. The pasuk here is comparing it's comparing Yaakov Avinu to his children. Mazaro b'chaim, just like his children remain alive. Afu b'chaim, so too he is alive. Rashi over here says, Mikrani Doresh means a pasuk I'm darshaning. V'haydechantu chanotim sevurim hayu shemes. Rashi says the reason they embalmed him, they thought that he had died, but he really hadn't died. Mazaro b'chaim kashu mekabitz as Yisrael meretz shivyam hachayim umekabitz. When everyone's going to be gathered from the exile, from captivity, those are the people that are alive. Shein b'shevi, shamesim einon b'shevi. It's the people who are alive who are captives. The people who have died already, they're not held captives. Afu b'chaim. So too the pasuk means to say Yaakov is actually alive. Shivienu begola kadei ligol esbanav. They're going to bring him at the time of the exile to redeem his children. La'inav, in front of him, that he should be able to see the redemption. Kemoshe matzino b'mitzrayim. Similarly, that's what we see in Mitzrayim. Vayar Yisrael. It says that Yaakov saw, that Yisrael saw. V'darshinan Yisrael saba. Udechantu chantaya nidma lahem shemei saval chayha. Again, as Rashi said, those who embalmed him, they thought that he died, but in fact, he was actually alive. So that's what he means to say, Mikrani Doresh, really afu b'chayim, really he's alive. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Yitzchak says, Kala Omer Rachav Rachav Miyad Nikri. When a person says the words Rachav Rachav, so immediately he becomes a Balkari, he experiences a seminal emission because he's saying Rachav, he's mentioning this woman Rachav, and she was very beautiful, and this is going to be the act. So Amar Le Rav Nachman, so Rav Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, Ano Amina, I said Rachav Rachav, V'lo Ichbasli, nothing happened to me. What are you talking about? So Amar Le said to him, Kiku Amina biyodu v'makira. I'm only talking about somebody who knew her and recognized her. Then if you say her name, that's what's going to happen. And the Gemara continues, when they were leaving one another, meaning when Rav Nachman and Rav Yitzchak were leaving one another, Amar Le livrachan mar, so Rav Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, let the master give me a blessing. So Amar Le said to him, Emshalach mashal l'mahadavar doma, let me give you a mashal, what that's compared to. La'adam shayaholech b'midbar, there's a person, he's going in the midbar, going in the wilderness, v'hayaroi, v'ayef, v'tzameh, the person is hungry, and he's tired, and he's thirsty, umatza ilan shepeirosav mesukan, and he finds a tree, and the fruit of the tree is sweet. V'tzilo noah, and the shade is pleasant. V'yamas hamayim overes tachtov, and there's a stream of water right by the tree. So achal mipeirosav, he eats from its fruits. V'shasa mimeimav, he drinks from its waters. V'yasha b'tzilo, and he sits in its shade. In its shade. Ukshabikesh leilech, and then when he wants to leave, Amar, he says, Ilon Ilon b'amu avarechacha, tree, how can I bless you? Im Amar loch shu peirosecha mesukin, if I say that your fruits should be sweet, Hare peirosecha mesukin, your fruits are already sweet. She'et silchana, I should say that your shade is pleasant. Hare silchana, your shade's already pleasant. She'teyamas hamayim overes tachtecha, that there should be a stream of water that goes by you. Hare yamas hamayim overes tachtecha, there's already a stream that passes underneath you. Ella, rather, Yehiratzon Shekal Natio Shenotin Mimcha, it should be his will that all the plants that come from you, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Vav Amud Aleph.